Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have the last book of the Mortal Instruments series, The City of Heavenly Fire. We have Sebastian on the front with the water cup and the... oh my god, I forgot what this was called. Oops. So, here's the front cover, and it says on here, darkness has descended on the shadow-haunted world. Chaos and destruction overwhelms the Nephilims as Clare, Jace, Simon and their friends band together to fight the greatest evil they have ever faced, Clary's own brother. Nothing in this world can defeat Sebastian. If they journey to the realm of demons, they just might have a chance. Now, it starts at the beginning more like we find out that Mia and Jordan are actually going out now, but she's having second thoughts, slowly. And obviously Magnus and Alec are not going out anymore. They broke up because Magnus was quite upset on how he was trying to keep going to Camille to find out how to make Magnus a immortal. Then there is Marie, I can't say her name, one that was fantasized with Simon. So it's pretty much, she killed Camille to become the New York clan. Was it New York or was it New York? That's one of them. And now she's she kidnaps Simon in the middle of some of the book to keep her as her prisoner, her prisoner. But she was more like, because she's only young and she's like a teenager, like a really teenager. She's like wearing fancy dresses and looking all high and mighty. In the beginning of it seems that Jace obviously disappeared, and it was because he went with Sebastian, and basically what happened is Sebastian is now basically like controlling Jace for a bit, and he tells him to go and get the second mortal cup that's arriving, to then kill the Iron Sister that made it. And he didn't feel anything, he just come blood and everything. She didn't know what was going on. And then from that as well, he comes back to normal. They go back to New York, the Institute, and they find out that Sebastian is leading the Darkens. He's using the Mortal Cup to have endowments transformed by the Shadow Hunters. So the Shadow Hunters drink from the Mortal Cup to become these endowments. No soul, no nothing. They just controlled by Sebastian, and then they'll die after, pretty much. So they wear red. I think it was something like that. Now from that as well, it seems that Sebastian doesn't want to be alone with his world. His world, he wants Clary in it, but he doesn't want anyone else. He hates everyone else, and he's just being an absolute what's the word? Sebastian has been an absolute div in this. Is that the right word? I don't know if I can say that, but and he was actually an arse in this. Okay, I can never believe it. Someone like that can be such an arse in this book. Just, oh my god. He's sleeping with the Sealy Court queen. Find out that there's institutes. He was attacking institutes to gain more shadow hunters, and we find out that London hasn't evacuated yet, and they were still going. So they attacked them, but they couldn't. So what Sebastian did, decides to attack the werewolf Petrie, and as he was giving a message to Mia, he kills Jordan and Kyle. What the hell is wrong with this child? It was so upsetting. I was like, oh my god, he just killed Jordan while he was talking to Mia, to giving her message saying that if anything happens, he's going to bring hell. So I can't track him because he's in hell as it is, so he's somehow transported from hell back to the real world. We have no idea how he's doing it. So with that as well, what else we got? he kidnaps. So Sebastian kidnaps Jocelyn, puts her somewhere. Then he also kidnaps Raphael, Magnus, and oh my god, what's his name? Luke. Oh my god, I knew almost put his name. So he kidnapped these four as well, and he said, if the Claves doesn't give up and hand Jace and Clary over, then pretty much they're dead. I was like, that's not completely fair. Like, and how it all is. Jace has the heavenly fire inside him. So in the series, it was Isabel who had the heavenly fire, I believe. And I was quite intrigued by this. So they've gone to hell. Clary and Jace have been supervised between themselves to do something different, and we'll tell you about that in a bit. Isabel got hurt by a beast, and she was quite scared of it. It's the first time you probably see like Isabel was scared or something. And Simon basically helped her and gave her some his blood to heal her wound, and Alec repaid him by letting him drink his blood. So there is that as well. Probably just heard that. Yeah, so Alec let Simon drink his blood because to repay him, so that was something very, very different. I was like, Alec's become a soft boy. Now from that as well, we find out that Jace and Clary are trying to control the heavenly fire, but obviously they're working away because he couldn't touch her because he would hurt her and all this, but everything turns out good. We'll find out that Simon and Isabel are finally going out, but when it gets to Sebastian, Clary pretends to be on the throne to act like a higher, to be the queen for him, to be the queen for him, and in the end she betrays him and stabs him with the heavenly fire sword. So they've been working together. Jason and Claire, like I said, was working together to put the heavenly fire inside the sword so they could defeat him. So they did, and Sebastian flew away, and then this Jonathan kid was like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to have this. They was like, no, we hated Sebastian. You're Jonathan, the person who actually owned this body and all that. And it was like different, like how this at the end Jonathan obviously closed his eyes and is dead. There was no way to get out of the hell realm, but we find out that Magnus's father comes in the picture, tries to say that he'll take the Magnus's immortality back away from him, but he'll say that'll take 300 years. He may take of his like the way he looks, won't look at the way he looked then. It looked different. So Simon decides to go, I'm still 14, 15 or whatever it was. I'm still I can still do it. I don't mind. I won't have to think. He was like, well, you don't have to transform. I was like, I can transform him back to a human, not a vampire. So, but the thing is, if he does this, that means he won't have no recollection of Clary, of Jace, of Alaric, Isabel, anyone. Not even the Shadowhunter was, not even him being a vampire. I was like, oh no, this is so upsetting. So I kept reading the book to find out what's going to happen next. Because next thing you know, Clary calls him up and to see if he remembers anything, and he doesn't. Magnus gives him a little bit of memories back, if he could, and finds out that he's slowly trying to remember things, and he's thinking, am I with Isabel? It was like, he turned around to her and was like, I feel like I've kissed you before, I want to kiss you. And I'm like, you don't say that to a girl if you've lost your memory. But there is that. So I do have little bitsies. The first one is this one. It says, Simon looked down at himself and took it all in. The billows of the shirt, the deep chest exposing V, the tightness of the leather. Why is it, he said after a moment, that whenever I think I found the most terrible thing that could happen to me, I'm always wrong. Let's quickly film it. I'm sorry, I'll go do this quickly. So the next bit is where he was like, Simon gritted his teeth, stop my game and I stake and I mean it. We find it also, I forgot to tell you, that Raphael got killed as well by Sebastian. That's still not fair. Oh, and Marie's dead, whatever her name is. Then we have another bit. So this is black for hunting through the night, for death and mourning the colours white, gold for a bride in her wedding gown, and red to call enchantment down. White silk when her body burn, blue banners when the lost return, flame for the birth of Nifflins and wash away our sins, grey for knowledge be it better told, bone for those who don't grow, saffron lights the victory march, green will mend our broken hearts, silver for the deep demon towers, and bronze to summon wicked powers. I was like, ooh, that's a lot of colours. And then to the end of the book it says, freely we serve because we freely love as we will. To love or not, this is where you stand or fall. That's something nice that it reads and everything. So here we go. This was a really interesting book, and I cannot wait to read the others that are from Cassandra Clare. The writing's really good in it, and I like it. So, Infernal Devices, here I come. See you guys next time. Bye.